It's time to sip that coffee, get your mind right, and vibe with the queen herself. We're dishing out hot topics, wellness tips of the day, and things that make you go, Let's get this palace party started.
And just like that, we are back, baby. It is Friday, and I know somebody just got paid. Good morning to you, and welcome to the Queen Shiba live morning show, y'all. We are checking in on this beautiful Friday, and we're just going to talk today. I hope everybody had a good night's rest. I hope you are geared up and ready for the weekend. And I hope you got your mind right as you are commuting into work or already at your desk, honey. Listen, you get to choose how you show up. And we have a rule around here. If you gonna stay, you may as well play. So show up with a good attitude. Don't go to them people's job acting a fool just because it's Friday. Keep in mind, that's when they let a lot of folks go on Friday. So happy Friday to you. If you are working from home, cheers, kudos to you. Raise your coffee up in the air and wave it like you just don't care. Yes, yes, yes. That's what we're doing today. And if you are around, listen. They said I messed up the roll call last week. Y'all said I messed up the roll call last week and I really need to go back and practice and work on it. Whatever. We're still going to try to do the roll call today. I just need you to drop in a chat where you from. We don't quit over here. We going to perfect this thing until we get it right. That's the first thing. Okay. I heard y'all were talking about me like a dog, honey, that there was a conference call about the rhythm and the cadence of my flow. Well, first of all, let me take a sip of my coffee because we're going to have to get this thing out in the open. I don't believe in secrets. A therapist once said, you are only as good as your secrets. And we don't keep secrets around here. That's what we're going to do. Okay. That's what we are going to do. The second thing is we got hot seat. If you would like to be in the hot seat, if you have an issue, a problem, a question, something that you need to work through, something you need to present, feel free to come on up for the hot seat. Feel free to listen. They said I should recruit y'all the week before and let people send me letters and emails. I don't know about all that, but we can try it. But if I drop the link and you just got something you need to dish out, or maybe you need to put somebody else in a hot seat. Sometimes it ain't all about you. Maybe you need to apologize to somebody. Maybe you just need to work this little thing out. I don't know, but that's what the hot seat is about, okay? That's it. That's all. Should we give it a shot? Should Queen Shiba try to do this damn roll call again? Good morning to you. All right, drop in the chat where you tuning in from. We're going to try to give it. Listen, let's go. Hey, we got who and I. So let me do it again. Hold on. See, y'all you know what? Y'all are messing me up. Because I need the states, the cities to be dropped back to back. Why y'all spacing them out? Why are y'all spacing? See, I'm going to put it on y'all. Let's try this again. Okay. I got Georgia, Alabama. Let me try one more time. Okay, here we go. wet. Hey, she did it. We got it. Was that better? Was that better? I'm going to work on it. Tampa came in through the clutch, Mississippi, Columbia, South Carolina. We got Havana, Florida, bringing up the rear. Listen, they say just do one. See, they can't get right. They can't get right. We got London in the house. Hey, upper echelon from London. Y'all didn't hear anything. What you mean you didn't hear anything? You didn't hear it the second time? I know you lie. Can y'all hear me talking now? Let me try one more time. I think y'all are lying. Cause it's whack. Hey, what about that? You talking about I was pretending. Girl, don't listen, girl. It's too early to be arguing with y'all. Now all of a sudden can't nobody hear me. I am not mute. Thank you, upper echelon. They're capping. Y'all heard me. Thank you, upper echelon. Thank you, upper. Listen, I'm not going to do this with them. I'm not about to do this with y'all. I know what it is. I think somebody out there praying on my downfall when it comes to roll call. Somebody's out there praying on my downfall. I don't know who it is, but I'm gonna figure it out.
Fire, more heat.
That's it. That's all. Thank you, Tanya. She said the sound is clear. I figured it was. Now they putting the Lord in it. Now they putting the Lord in it. To my own God, we didn't hear you. Well, how they hear me in London? How they hear me in London? But you couldn't hear me in Africa. Oh, only the music. Okay. Well, we'll come back next week. The devil is busy. Yes, he is. The devil is busy. Y'all wants to argue. You want to argue early in the morning. Now, I came in with the right attitude. Thank you. You heard me in Spain. Thank you. That's what I'm saying. Now, all of a sudden, Africa can't hear. Now, Africa can't hear. Alabama. Now, their audio waves isn't working in Alabama. That's all I'm saying. Y'all said y'all could hear me, but not the rap. Whatever. Okay. All right. We're going to move on now. Africa catching strays, all kinds of strays. All kinds. Listen. Anywho, we going to move on because I need to go ahead and I need to ring my bell today. Oh, yeah. I need to ring my bell. I got to ring my bell. Y'all already know what time it is and how it works. Ringing the bell. That's when I just need to call somebody out. It's just a little bit of light shade. We gonna ring the bell. I saw something that came across my desk earlier in the week. Well, actually, I saw it last week, and I didn't say anything about it because the internet. You just never know what's real, what's AI, what's not real. So I said I'm gonna let it go because some things you don't need to speak on. But hell. Not everybody agrees with me. Funky Daniva, I got to ring the bell on you. Funky, I have to. Yep, we're ringing the bell this morning on Funky Daniva. Let's take a look at why.
But Lala, sis, I am saying this with all love. Whatever you did, don't do it again. Lala, whatever you did, don't do it again. You look distorted. You look weathered. You look tattered and torn. You look pulled, plucked, stuffed, and tugged in directions that we didn't even know existed. You were beautiful. You are beautiful. You are always beautiful. And whatever you went and did was unnecessary. Secondly, I don't know how and why y'all sit up in the company of Kim Kardashian and Kris Jenner and y'all don't go to the same people that they went to. Now, there's no secret. I do Botox. I've done filler up under my eyes. I put it on Instagram. So listen, I am a fan of maintenance and folks doing whatever they got to do to beautify themselves and to make themselves look more youthful. I'm not going to sit up here and act like I'm so damn self-righteous that I have not been bit by the bug, because I have. And I do things to my face. But Lala, sis, I am saying this with all love. Whatever you did, don't do it again. Lala, whatever you did, don't do it again.
Really? Hell no. Hell no. I have to ring the freaking bell. It's just the thought of it, the fact of the matter. Really? So Funky Dineva, I saw this photo of Lala. Let's be very clear, not last week, but the week before last. And I thought, well, maybe it's AI. And even if it's not, I'm not going to say anything. Hey, if you like it, I love it, right? What happened to if you like it, I love it? Well, I think Funky Dineva said to hell with it. And hold on. He took to his platform and he read Lala Anthony for filth over her plastic surgery, her alleged facial surgery, facial enhancements, cosmetic enhancements, whatever, right? He said she looked distorted, withered, torn, pulled, tattered, plucked and stuff. Whatever it is that you've done, please do not do it again. Whatever happened to you have the right to remain silent? Whatever happened to, you know what? I'm going to let this one go. Whatever happened to minding one's own business? Whatever happened to, you know what? Nobody asked me today. Whatever happened to just letting people be? Lala is unproblematic. Lala don't really bother nobody. Now, Funky, you wrong for this. And then you try to throw in, but you're a beautiful girl. Did you? I mean, listen. It was with love. Now, look, I'm ringing the bell. I'm ringing the damn bell. Stop it, Funky. Stop it. He done ran me hot behind this. Leave Lala alone. And with that being said, I got to go to White People's News. Let's start with the White House report.
All right, y'all. It's time for the White House report. The spot for white people news. Things that make you and moments that'll make you say, I know you lying. Let's get into it.
Let's get into the White House report. On the Queen Shiba Morning Show, we're covering it all.
All right, we are back with the White House report. Today in White People News, y'all, Gino has apologized to Dawn Staley, her staff, and her team. He said, I've lost more games in the Final Four than any other coach in history. But last Friday, I lost something more important. I lost myself. This is what he's talking about, his interactions with Dawn Staley, where he accused her of not having good.
The officials will hold the players. Now Dawn and Gino getting into it a little bit on the sideline as Gino has to be held back. And Dawn and Gino, that's part of what makes this rivalry such a compelling one, as they exchanged words at center court. Here.
Oh, yeah. Last week during the Final Four, Gino, you did overshadow Dawn's win against you guys, UConn. They whooped your butts. Okay. They whooped your butts. And Gino, people say you were a sore loser. Instead of congratulating her, highlighting the girls, Gino is being accused of taking the attention, placing it on him, making it about him, calling Dawn Staley unprofessional, accusing Dawn of keeping him waiting to shake his hands. When the tape showed, Dawn not only shook your hand, but she shook your hand twice. So Gino came out couple of days ago, and he said, this morning, Dawn Staley and I spoke about our interaction after the game last Friday. So keep in mind, it took this man almost a week. It took this white man almost a week to go home, find Jesus, tell him all about my troubles, hear my faithful cry, ask him by and by, just to come back and determine that Dawn Staley was worthy of an apology. Almost a week. But listen, he said, I apologize to Dawn, her staff, and her team. I've lost more games in the Final Four than any coach in history. Then you should be okay. But Friday, I lost something more important. I lost myself. Those who know me know I have nothing but respect and admiration for the game and the coaches who coach it. Dawn and her team deserve to win, and they deserve better from me. Women's basketball deserve better. My university, my athletes, my former players, and our fans deserved better. They did. Dawn and I have agreed to move on, and we hope the focus will shift back to the growth in women's basketball. The game deserves it. Gino, Ariema. Okay, I showed you the clip from last week. Dawn Staley followed it up with a statement. She said, with the college women's basketball season behind us, it's time to move forward and close the chapter on how our semifinal game with UConn ended. I spoke with Gino, and I want to be clear. I have a great deal of respect for him and what he's meant to this game. One moment does not define a career. It doesn't change the impact he's had on growing women's basketball. The standard at UConn is what it is because of him, and that's something this game has benefited from. So I'm asking everyone to turn the page. Let's refocus on what matters most, continuing to elevate our game, creating opportunities, and pushing it forward. That's always been my mission, and it's not changing. We appreciate that, Dawn. But I don't understand why you would have to get into the ring or get in the field and talk about how much you respect him after being disrespected by him. I think Gino should have been man enough to hold the torch alone. And if he's going to issue an apology, he should have insisted that you just sit back, relax, and enjoy the flight. I get it. But the fact that you had to come in to save the day, to work alongside him, I don't know. What are your thoughts? What do you feel about this? Is it a day late and a dollar short as it relates to his apology, or is it better late than never? And should we all just move on? You know? Should we all move on? Do you feel like it's a sincere apology, or does it even matter? As long as Dawn is good. Hugh Catrice says Dawn has the integrity and she's such a class act, but I would have held him to the fire. I mean, yeah, you did snatch a moment. You snatched a big moment. You went on public record. Had it not been on video, you could have ruined her reputation. It's hard out here. It's hard out here for women to get into these spaces and places. Sugar said, listen, it don't matter. She's good. You know, that's a good point. If Dawn says she good, should we just go ahead and move on and cover what else is in white people's news today? All right. I think we should. Let's take a look at what else we got going on in white people's news.
got engaged last summer. About 2 or 3 months into our engagement, I had discovered on a household iPad that before our engagement, he had been talking with multiple people from different dating apps. He wants to potentially postpone the wedding. He thinks it's a good idea to postpone it. I think we should continue with the wedding because there's a lot of money invested. I mean, we have everything planned.
If I'm honest with you, like the event is way down my list of worries right now. But take away the money. I know you've got deposits, you've got all that stuff, you've got the invitations, you've got the embarrassment, all that stuff. Do you want to marry this guy?
I still do.
Okay,
yeah.
But this is the path to healing after infidelity. What must be true for me to truly trust him again? And then you give him a very clear roadmap for him to follow, and he walks that path. Why does he want to pause this wedding?
I think he's seeing that I'm still bringing it up even months later. So he's saying, well, maybe we should just hold off on it while you learn to trust me again.
If he is telling you, I care about you enough that you're not settled and you're in the middle of your heart, I'll postpone this wedding. I'll take the embarrassment and the shame. I did this. I don't want to put you in any more uncomfortable situations. If he's doing that, good on him. You just have to make a choice on what you want to do next.
We got engaged last summer.
Listen, I know I didn't just hear what I thought I heard. You're not even married yet. She's living with the man today in the White House report, White People News. He's cheating. She found out on a household iPad. She logs into the iPad, finds out he is cheating on her. They haven't even walked down the aisle. The man has enough sense to come to her and say, you know what, let's just put the wedding off. Ma'am, he does not want to get married. Ma'am, he's cheating. Ma'am, he's sending you an SOS. Ma'am, he's throwing his hat in the ring to say, I'm done. We shouldn't do this. And you are begging him to go ahead and marry you. You are pushing full speed ahead. You are keeping the good fight alive, keeping hope alive for what? Where's your backbone? Y'all, the damnedest things that people do. Another man just said, let him take that L. Ma'am, the relationship is done. When I tell you that relationship is done, but girl, where is your spinal cord? Let me listen to this again.
About 2 or 3 months into our engagement, I
less than 90 days on the job. She found out, ma'am, he's been cheating before he asked you to marry him.
Discovered on a household iPad that before our engagement, he had been talking with multiple people from different dating apps. He wants
different apps.
Want to potentially postpone the wedding. He thinks it's a good idea to postpone it. I think we should continue with the wedding because there's a lot of money invested. I mean, we have everything planned.
She is not worried about the quality of life. She's not worried about anything else but putting on that dress and walking down the aisle. Absolutely no self-respect for herself. I don't care. Just let me get down the aisle. If I can just touch the hem of the garment, I know I'll be made whole. It's bad when a man got to tell you, you deserve better. Go ahead and call it off. The man has been cheating from day one, ma'am, and you gonna really let him dog you out like that? I guess, child. It ain't none of my business. If you like it, I love it.
Let's get into the White House report. On the Queen Shiba Morning Show, we're covering it all.
Child, and that's all we have today. But White People News, what we hear and see and people just say the darndest thing. Now look, is there anybody that would like to give the hot seat a go today? Is there anybody that's brave enough to get into the hot seat? Let me see. I may as well roll it out. Let me see.
Somebody's about to sweat. It's time for the hot seats. That's where you call in with your drama, a messy situation, a relationship going sideways. We're talking it out live. Who can take the hot seat?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Who are you? What you got going on in your life? We are nosy over here. If you would like to give the hot seat a shot, we are here for you. Go ahead and click the link. We've pinned it to the top of the chat. Listen, I'm just here for you. I love when the little girl says, wait a minute, who are you? We want to hear it. Tell us what's going on in your life. How can we help you? How can I help you? What is going on? This is where you get to call in about your relationship, any drama in your household, any drama at work, and you just you're in the hot seat. You're just trying to work this thing out. Is there one? And if not, we can move on, but eventually we're going to get it. You said, oh, girl, on that call should have been in the hot seat. Listen, sometimes I like John Daly. He gives excellent advice, but sometimes you need a woman on there to be like, what the hell are you thinking? What the hell are you thinking? Hola rocks. So y'all better stop taking advice from social media. F around and be broken alone in hospice, crashing out on YouTube. That's why we have the hot seat. That's why we have the hot seat. Come on up.
Uh-oh, somebody's about to sweat. It's time for the hot seats. That's where you call in with your drama, a messy situation, a relationship going sideways. We're talking it out live. Who can take the hot seat?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
I just love it. And look, just like that, we have got ourselves a caller. Are y'all ready? All right. Good morning. Welcome to the Queen Shiba Live Morning Show. Welcome to the hot seat. Tell us, how can I help you?
So I have a question. I want to know if I am the problem.
Okay, we're listening.
So every time, okay, here's the thing. I don't give people chances. I'm good at cutting you off. Immediately, I'll cut you off. I don't need an explanation. I see it, I cut it off. So I want to know if I'm the problem.
How often are you cutting off?
Lately, a lot.
What are you seeing?
The inconsistency and the lies.
Okay. Have you asked yourself, how do I keep running into the same people?
Yes, I have.
Let me ask you something. You started off with, I want to know if I'm the problem. Are you the problem?
I don't think so.
If the shoe were on the other foot and somebody was observing your behavior with little to no words and all of a sudden cut you off without asking, inquiring, or being curious, how would you feel?
Terrible.
All right. There you have it. There you have it. Take what you need from that and discard the rest.
Am I the problem? Is what I want to know, Queen.
So I'm not going to say you're the problem, but if the shoe were on the other foot, you just said that will make me feel terrible if somebody treated me that way. So is there a little bit of room for grace? It sounds like there is. The audience is asking, are these family members? Are these people that you consider near and dear, close to you?
Right now, it's everyone. There's no one specific. It's any human being.
Yeah. I'm going to leave it like this. I'm going to do it like Jesus did in the Bible, where I don't give you an answer, but I give you a scenario. And the scenario was, if it happened to you, how would you feel? And you said, I would feel what?
Terrible.
All right. So we're in the business of leaving people better than how we found them, not leaving them in the worst condition. Gotcha.
Okay. Can I ask a question?
Yep.
So when you give grace, then what happens to you and your nervous system?
We treat people how we treat ourselves. If we have little to no patience for others, we tend to have little to no patience for ourselves. So what we inflict on others is just a reflection of what's happening on the inside.
Okay. So I should work on myself.
I think You should just stand back and observe you and figure out why you're so swift with the sword. If it would make you feel terrible. You get what I'm saying? If you were
Yes.
treated that way.
Yes.
That's it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right. That was the first caller. Hold on for me, sugar baby. In Stevenson, welcome to the hot seat. How can I help you? Stevenson, you're on mute. You have to unmute your microphone. Hit that microphone one time. Welcome. Good morning, Stevenson. You have to unmute yourself. I can't unmute you. All right. Oh, good morning. Welcome to the hot seat. Sugar, how can I help you? Sugar, you are on mute. Let me know if y'all can hear me.
Queen, could you hear me?
Sugar, okay, good morning. Welcome. How can I? You are in the hot seat. How can I help you, Sugar? Oh, Sugar, you got to come back. Okay, N. Stevenson is back. Welcome to the hot seat, N. Stevenson. How can I help you?
I don't know if that was Somali Queen that just came up, but let me tell you something. Through my mama and the rest of my family that be doing me the same way that they do you, Somali, then, okay, you're going to have to do what you need to do, the inner work on yourself. Once you do the work on yourself, they will start reaching out to you, bothering you, trying to include you in their drama. And that's where you set a boundary and redirect their ass. Okay, and I know it ain't I said what I said, but go on and play that. Go on and play that goddamn Shamar for me. Go on and play it.
All right. We got you covered. Listen, Somali, that's N. Stevenson for you. Say, do what you need to do.
Queen, could you hear me?
Okay, welcome back, Sugar. We can hear you now. What you got going on?
All right. So I have I be feeling a sense of abandonment because I got a lot going on in my life, and I miss the palace, and I miss the mods, and I miss you, Queen Shiba. So what do you do about that? Like when your life is so full, you just busy, but then you're trying to also, incorporate things that you like to do. I like a little gossip here and there. So, how could you give me advice on how not to feel like I'm abandoning, my YouTube family?
I would probably say send out an SOS. While you're waiting for your ship to come in, send one out. Okay. Initiate engagement. And it doesn't have to be with everybody. Initiate contact, call somebody, text somebody. Hey, how you doing? That's it. And build it back up. That's a good one. That's easy. That's simple. Because what you're doing is giving somebody else what you would need or what you are needing in the moment. So instead of waiting for it to come to you, you send it out.
Got you. Well, I think you're doing a wonderful job. And always remember, I'm always in the background, Queen Shiba.
Yeah, well, thank you for being in the hot seat today. Listen, that is sugar pie, honey pie. That's it. That's all. Thank you, Sugar. All right. We got one more caller. Catch up with Lala. Welcome to the hot seat. How can I help you today?
Hello, Queen Shiba. Happy Friday, everybody. Happy Friday. Okay, my problem is I've been out of the game for so long that when someone tries to talk to me on a romantic level, I just cut them. I'm like, nah, because they're just chatting shit. I feel like they just tell you what you want to hear. It starts off so well at the beginning, and then towards the end, it becomes a pile of rubbish, and I'm just like, nah, boo, don't play tricks with me. Like, I'm done. Like, I feel like I'm on the same train, and I'm trying to get off, and I can't get off with this whole getting to know somebody.
Are we talking a man or a woman?
A man. Excuse.
Oh. Okay. Okay. Wait a minute.
Dating scene, Queen. I'm talking about the dating scene.
Okay. So real quick, let me ask a couple of questions.
Okay.
How long have y'all been talking?
Give or take 2 months.
Okay.
Just talking. Just talking.
I got you. That's why I said talking.
Yeah.
So listen, stay with me. Stay with me. Do you enjoy talking to him?
At the beginning, I did.
Okay. What happened? How come you don't anymore?
It's the things they say. It's the things he says that makes me think, what the hell are you talking about? It feels like it's a repetitive thing that he keeps saying. And for
What
me,
is he saying? Give us one example.
okay. So one example is I'm in a certain place in my life where either I know or I don't know. I know what I want and I'm going to get what I want. Okay, cool. Then he repeats it again. And when I give my,
Hold on. What is he saying now?
he's saying, I know what I want. And he's not saying I want you, but he's saying, I know what I want. So
Okay.
show me that you're the person I want. And
Okay.
I'm like,
Hold on. Pause.
mhm.
Y'all
Okay.
are on the phone having a good time. Every now and then he says, I'm at a state in I'm at a place in life where I know what I want. He's talking about what he wants as a man.
Yeah.
What is your response?
Okay. I said, that's great. And he goes, but it seems like to me, he wants me to prove to him I'm who he wants.
Well, so this is what I'm hearing, and this is an opportunity. You're not curious. You're not inquiring. You're not engaging. If a man says to me, hey, listen, oh, I'm at a point where I know what I want. I was like, oh, tell me more about that. What do you want?
Oh, I did at the beginning. I told you he became repetitive, Queen.
So what does he want?
He wants to get married. He wants to build a family. He has the career aspect done. He wants to build a family. So that's amazing. Where would you? And I said to him, so where do you see yourself living? Everything was good. And I thought we passed that. And then he comes back to it again. So that makes me, when people repeat the same thing, it means like he doesn't see that with me. He wants me to prove it. And I'm not in the proving game. Either you see it or you don't see it.
Okay. So that's not what I'm hearing.
Okay, what are you hearing? That's why I called in, because I
Okay.
want someone else to tell me what they hear.
Okay. Typically when people repeat themselves, it's because they don't feel heard.
Okay.
Whether it's consciously or subconsciously. You're not getting in there. He may feel like you're not showing any interest. I'm not saying continue to talk to him or not, but is it worth exploring?
I don't know.
And if you don't know, it's because you haven't engaged enough to know.
I think I think I have engaged enough, but I ain't feeling it no more. I think I'm going to be honest and say I'm not feeling it. I'm just not. I don't
Okay.
I don't
Have
think
y'all
I
gone
am.
out on a date?
Sorry. No.
Have y'all haven't gone on a date?
No. I
He
remember,
hasn't.
Queen, I don't
Hold
date.
on.
I don't date. I speak to you on the phone and that's it. I ain't dating.
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who are you? Hold on. Let me play this. Whoa. Hold on.
Uh-oh, somebody's about to sweat. It's time for the hot seats. That's where you call in with your drama, a messy situation, a relationship going sideways. We're talking it out live. Who can take the hot seat?
Wait a minute. Who are you?
Who are you? Who are you? Listen. Hold on. So let me ask you this. This is a yes or no question. The expectation is you court this guy on the phone. You don't go on dates. And you just marry.
No. The thing is, you caught each other over the phone. And when you finally both reach an agreement that you do want to take this further, and if further it means get married and get engaged and everything, then you meet with your someone that's your mahram. Mahram means your chaperone, either your brother, father, someone that's a male figure, and then you meet each other and then discuss all the details.
Okay, now you're in a hot seat. You do realize that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, somebody's saying you just want a phone buddy. You just want a cuddy buddy. But listen, I'm going to say this. I don't think you're going to get too far. And I understand the aspects of the cultural thing, but if it's that rigid where you're not willing to bend, that's going to be a hellish a marriage. And listen, you don't want to start where you are not able to compromise. Can you go to your chaperone and meet the man out and have ice cream and coffee?
Yeah, you can do that. Yes, you can. But I want to get comfortable first with you before I take it to that next level.
But you are okay. Do you like the man? Yes or no?
I did at the beginning, but now I'm not starting to like it. I really don't like repetitive men. I really don't.
So you
And
don't
that's
like
another
him?
thing. I did at the beginning. Now I don't. I'll be
Let me
honest.
ask you again.
Talking to you, I realized I don't like him.
Let me ask you straight up. It's a yes or no. Do you like the man?
No, right now.
All
no.
right. Then get off the phone with the man. That's it. That's all.
Thank you, Queen Shiba.
Okay. All right. And next time, don't take 2 months to keep that man on the phone. If you know you don't like him and the tides change, get your ass off that phone.
But I
Okay.
needed to get it off my chest, and you helped me realize I don't like him. I don't. I think I
That's
don't.
it. And
Thank
listen, you don't have to tell him that we're leaving people better than how we found them. Okay.
Yes, we are. Thank
All
you,
right.
Queen.
That's it. All right. Thank you for calling in. Listen, that's all we got today for the hot seat. Woo, we had 3 callers, honey. I tell you, we worked that thing out. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. And speaking of working that thing out, I know I said I was going to ring the bell earlier. I'm going to ring it one more time. I'm going to ring it one more time on Judge Mathis's wife, Linda. Now, Linda, we done been through this a year ago. Judge Mathis's wife, Linda Reese, officially files for divorce. Linda, why did you go back the first time? Why did you go back the first time? Now, we walked you through all of this. This man was leaving you at home. Come to find out he had a side chick, allegedly, a young girl, they say, that he was putting up and traveling with her, but leaving you at home with your beautiful self, okay? So it was 2024, Judge Mathis's wife, Linda Reese, filed for divorce after 39 years of marriage. And you let that man play in your face, get in your ear, take the first flight smoking back home, whisper sweet nothings, only to leave you at home again. And here you are in 2026, repeating the same old crap. Linda. Listen, Linda. According to documents obtained by TMZ on Monday, Linda Reese filed a request to dismiss the case without prejudice. Hold on, wait a minute. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? Let me go. Let me ring the bell on myself. She said, officially files for divorce dismissal. Oh, girl, look, I ring the, no, hold on. It's a dismissal. Okay, my bad. You know what? It happens. Shit happens around here. My bad. I'm sorry, Linda. You good. Don't listen to me. Child, let me put myself. You know what? Y'all already know what that means. Okay, moving on, Linda. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. I'm sorry about the inconvenience, Linda. Ooh, thank God she ain't gonna cut me off. See? Somali, you see how that is? We all make mistakes. Okay, we're gonna shift into the news today. Let's get into Milagro Gramz. Milagro Gramz is out here acting a fool. Yeah, she dismissed. She asked the judge to dismiss the filing. She taking him back, Trey. Unfortunately, she taking him back. Well, maybe the man doing right. Maybe the man doing right. I'd have made a damn fool out of myself, but we gonna move on very quickly. Daryl says Judge Mathis have been through it all. Baby, listen, Linda, I hope you're not listening to this. I really do, because I really hope you aren't here. Lord have mercy. Fix it, Jesus. Let me go to my prayer closet real quick.
There's 1,000 of you. I said, close them doors. Ushers, close the doors. Close the doors. Close the doors.
Happy Shut Your Ass Up Saturday.
Up. Wrong one. Listen, Linda, it's the coffee. I'm just trying a new coffee bean. And you know, they say when you switch stuff, You're supposed to give it a little bit of time to calculate the side effects, and that's what had happened. But we good to go, Linda. Don't worry about me. I'm gonna be all right. I wish you nothing but the best. And we're moving on to Milagro Gramz.
And then, not only that, I had to play the part of a po nigga. You got people on this motherfucking internet calling me broke when the average American makes $50,000.
Girl, what's a po Negro?
When you supposed to make 3 times your motherfucking rent in the month to stay at certain places and rent damn near $3,000. Y'all found out that I had a contract with Station Head. So how much I made a year at least?
How much?
You tell me. But I still had to play the part of the ghetto ass, broke ass hoe. Cause
I don't think you was playing.
I'm up here against a multi-million-dollar motherfucking company.
Mm.
And you got the motherfucking internet sitting up saying, yeah, bitch, you broke.
Mm.
Bitch, who?
I think they talking about you.
Since when is a bitch with her personality who is able to take care of her family, who was, because you know I lost that contract, who was making 6 figures, how the fuck is that a broke hoe?
I think they probably calculated the fact that you couldn't pay Megan Thee Stallion. The fact that you, I mean, I know you say you're making money, but listen, I'm just being facetious. You're a content creator, right? You mean to tell me with all that money you have, you don't have that liability insurance? Even if you didn't have it, you should have had it.
How? And then, not only that, I had to play the part of a po nigga.
Whoa, a po nigga.
You got people on this motherfucking internet.
Ooh, Milagro. Girl, you too hot. You coming in hot early this morning. But yeah, this is Milagro Gramz is speaking out about her mindset during her legal battle with Megan Thee Stallion. This is according to its own site, where she admitted she was playing the role of a broke Negro throughout the lawsuit where she was up against Megan. See, you don't have to play anything when you are prepared. Now, Milagro's been around for quite some time. How come you don't have liability insurance? Well, you don't have, how come you're not paying whatever you need to pay on a monthly basis so you don't have to play the part of a broke nigga?
Internet calling me broke when the
girl, she was found liable in order to pay a settlement. She launched a GoFundMe asking supporters to help her cover what she owed. That's why they're saying it. But why are you still talking? Why are you still talking, saying that you pretended you didn't have it, knowing that anything that you say or do can and will be used against you in a court of law? Why are you insulting these people's intelligence, the dollars, the time, the resources that it takes for a judge to sit on a bench and hear your case? Both parties, both sides present, only for you to come. Why are you playing? Why are you insulting your legal team, your defense, to say, yeah, I had it the entire time. I lied to y'all. I just didn't want to pay you. Do you not realize, whether it's true or not, that you are sowing seeds of negativity? That which you send out shall be returned to you. These people worked for you. They did the best they could for you, only for you to say, I had it. But the entire time, I finessed everybody. Yeah, people are talking online about the finesse of it all. Scam likely. Raising money and GoFundMe. See, because a part of being a well-rounded content creator is also being responsible and making sure that you have yourself covered, Tasha K, should you get sued. That's all I'm saying. So I think, come what may, you brought this on yourself, and any type of fallout, spillover that you're experiencing from what you did to Megan Thee Stallion? Because let's be honest, that was nasty work from woman to woman. It doesn't matter if she's a big personality. It doesn't matter if she's a superstar at the baseline level. That is another woman that you did that to. You created deep fake videos to insinuate in the marketplace that Megan Thee Stallion was engaged in a very vulnerable act. That's disgusting in and of itself. So even though you may have won the battle, you will not win the war if you keep operating in this capacity. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. Okay, so let's go on. I want to go on to who do we got up next? Give me 1 second. I think we're going to talk about that Diddy boy, because listen, it would be appropriate. Give me 1 second. Let's go ahead and talk about what Diddy done did now. What Diddy done did now. Diddy wants to come home. He said he is tired. He is tired. He had his attorneys in court fighting on his behalf, and Diddy could be home anytime if the judge, give me 1 second. If the judge grants him the appeal and overturns his sentencing, okay, Diddy, let me tell you something. He's persistent. You got to give it to him. He's persistent. He won't stop. And I guess if you have money, that is the correct way to use your money. If the truth be told, let me see if I can get my article up. Give me 1 second so I can put it out here in front of you all. Hold on. We got, if not, we can go to Offset, Cardi B. We could probably go to Cardi B and I can come back to Diddy, leave him for the end, round him up. But listen, here we go. Let's talk about Cardi B. Uh-oh. Give me 1 second. Y'all, Cardi B. There's some parts of her divorce documents that have been sealed, but there's some of them that have been leaked, and they are saying that in the divorce decree documents that Offset got real messy. Offset asked the judge to grant him a paternity test for Cardi B's younger son. Our Offset was claiming that he believed that that baby could be his. Now, I don't know if this was just done out of malice or if he and Cardi were really intimate during the time that she and Stephon Diggs started a sexual relationship. But Offset reportedly demanded, according to the Jasmine brand, a DNA test for Cardi B's newborn baby with Stephon Diggs. Baby, when I tell you, listen, I don't know. Some people would say, yay, because most men don't step up. Offset, what are you doing? What are you doing? According to the Jasmine brand, Cardi B and Offset's divorce proceedings have revealed a dispute over the paternity of one of her children, according to newly surfaced court records. Listen, TMZ be on it. They said Offset requested a DNA test for Cardi B's youngest child, questioning whether the baby could be his or linked to Stephon Diggs. They said he had a question regarding paternity. And the filing states Cardi B has got some explaining to do about the paternity of her youngest child, as the issue was raised during the ongoing case. A judge denied Offset's request for a DNA test on the newborn, but the judge did grant a separate paternity request, oh my God, concerning another child. So the judge said, listen, we're not going to do this. We have hard evidence. But here's the thing. I think what's happening is it was alleged that because Cardi was married, legally married when she delivered her baby that she had with Stephon Diggs. Now, this is all alleged because I didn't see the birth certificate myself, but many people have been very clear about the laws in different states where if you are married, your husband's name automatically is assigned to the child that's being born. So people are saying that allegedly there was some issue with that. Stephon took up issue with that. And actually, Cardi allegedly and Stephon may have had some tension during the birthing or after the birth of the child when they both found out in real time that Stephon may not legally be allowed to be placed on a birth certificate. Let me say alleged, right? But the judge did deny Offset's request for the DNA test on the youngest child that Cardi recently had in November. But he did grant a separate paternity test request for another child. We don't know who the other child is. They redacted specific birth dates, and the order identifies one child as a newborn, reportedly born in November. So we don't know who the other child is. The court also bars both parties from making disparaging or defamatory remarks about one another in public or on social media. Cardi's seeking primary custody of her children, as she should. I think so. Typically, I don't really get involved in that or have an opinion one way or the other, because I think you have to think about Cardi and Offset and how they started. Their kids were raised in a home with two parents, right? So that's all they've known up until the point that their parents split. But considering all of the things that Offset has going on right now, I wouldn't want my children around you. They're not safe. Not just because of the recent shooting, but you don't have the ability to control yourself. You all up in the casino, losing your money, begging other people for money to continue a habit that is taking you down a rabbit hole. That's it. That's all. This is a mess. This is a mess. And here we go. So recently, Cardi B was seeing y'all. Cardi don't give a damn. Cardi was on tour. She went on tour, and Stephon Diggs and his entire family showed up. And instead of going, Cardi had a car parked outside. Instead of getting in the car and heading back with her security, she jumped in the car with Stephon. So it seemed like they might be trying to get that old thing back. They just may be trying to get that old thing back. Are you here for it? Because there's also rumors that Stephon and somebody named Tiffany just had a baby girl being born. Cardi, I get it. I get it, but I don't. And here's the thing. Get rid of both of them. I mean, these are basically two of the same people. You're dealing with the same guy in a different package. They just come wrapped differently. Have you ever had an iPhone 5? Huh? Right? But now you got a 17. But they're both iPhones. One is just an older model. One is just an older model. That's all I'm saying. One is an older model. You really can't do anything with it. It is outdated. The screen is busted, toe up from the flow up. The other one is a little bit sleeker. Appears to have a little bit more capabilities. You can do a lot more with it sexually. But just remember that iPhone belongs to you, and her. He's a summertime, and he just lost his job. Get the hell out of here. You're looking at the same man in two separate packages. That's it. Stephon ain't no better than Offset. And if anything, you got to be careful with Stephon, Cardi. Because the rate that he's going unprotected, nobody's invisible. That's all I'm saying. Protect the integrity of your womb. Because this boy is out here bad. I wouldn't give a damn who he played for. Because it is people in hospital beds wishing they could come home and take a walk and see the light of the day. Baby, don't let a piece of D, Mr. Goodbar, get you caught up and put you in a situation that you can't get rid of something. That's it. Get rid of both of them. I don't know if I would have jumped in that car like that, but I get it. I get it. Sometimes women like to have the last word without having the last word. You wanted everybody to see that he coming home with me. That's my baby daddy. I'm going home with him. He at my concert. And then what? You get knocked up? I'm just saying. And then what? That's it. That's all. because he's still Stefan. He still has an appetite for other women. That's all I'm saying. I just think women got to get smarter. Stop doing dumb shit. Excuse my language. Now you acting like the lady. What was the lady? Where the man said, listen, I'm cheating. Let's call off the wedding. You just going to put yourself, what is it, from the skillet to the frying pan? And I don't want to see that for you. I think as a mom, you got 4 kids. It's time. 4 kids, right? It's time to move on. It's time to start making better choices. But hey, if you like it, I love it. That's it. That's all. Now I'm looking for my Diddy stuff. And I can't find my Diddy documents. Diddy do. Let me see. Diddy, where are you? I got it. Here it is. My bad. Let's shift the conversation. Good morning, Shorten. That's right. Know your worth. Even if it's after the fact.
There is a good chance that Diddy could be eating dinner at his home tonight, a free man. And that's because an appeals court is now hearing the review of the trial in which Diddy was convicted of violating the Mann Act. And his defense lawyers are making 2 arguments that could sway these judges and make them overturn the conviction. Let me explain both. So the first is that the defense says that the violation of the Mann Act is to prohibit the transportation of prostitutes across state lines, and it's typically for commercial purposes. That's where they've used it before. In this case, the defense is saying this is nothing more than kinky porn, and kinky porn is protected by the First Amendment. Now, that may sound crazy, but I'm going to read you something from their brief. Listen to this. They say, freak-offs and hotel nights were highly choreographed sexual performances involving the use of costumes, role play, and staged lighting, which were filmed so Combs and his girlfriends could watch this amateur pornography later. Pornography production and viewing of this sort is protected by the First Amendment and thus cannot constitutionally be prosecuted. So what they're saying is, look, if you want to use the Mann Act to prosecute people who are moving prostitutes across state lines for commercial transactions, which again is what it's usually used for, that's one thing. But here, there's no commercial purpose. Diddy lost money. He ended up paying the prostitutes. The films were never distributed to anybody. The defense is saying it was for his pleasure and the pleasure of people who may have been participating. So they're saying, look, this is like any porn. It could be OnlyFans. It could be anything like that. And all of that is constitutionally protected and shouldn't be prosecuted. So that's one argument. And I got to say, it is an interesting argument. The prosecutors are saying it's meritless, but I wouldn't be so quick to judge it that way. So,
okay, how much are they paying you, Harvey?
We don't know what the prosecution is going to say beyond that in court. But these judges, as I'm recording right now, the judges are hearing these arguments. There is a good chance.
So here's the thing. Diddy's wanting to come home ASAP, okay? And on yesterday, about 9 a.m., arguments were officially ended in Diddy's appeal, and the judges will now begin their decision-making process. I don't know how long that process is going to take, but during the hearing, Diddy's lawyers mentioned Cassie's alleged drug use. Now, they weren't able to utilize that during the federal trial, but they can utilize that bit of information in the appeals process. So they did talk about the alleged drug use for Cassie, which they were not allowed to present during the federal trial. And they also mentioned a hotel night which is a hotel night with Cassie. Diddy called the freak-offs, right? But he got a little bit more savvy when engaging with Jane Doe, and they became quote unquote hotel nights. So he talked, his attorneys mentioned hotel night with Jane, which wasn't connected to any threat. The lawyers shared their hope for an expedited ruling on the part of the judges, though it's unclear how long it will take them to decide. Diddy's legal team is also saying 50 months. 50 months for prostitution is out of line. They say the typical sentence is 15 months. Diddy has served 19 months so far. And the defense is also asking a judge to consider evidence connected to the more serious charges, racketeering, sex trafficking, that he was acquitted of. They're saying, what are we doing? You acquitted him of sex trafficking. You acquitted him of racketeering, but yet he's serving 15 months for prostitution. You know, the intent to transport for prostitution. So they feel like it's an overkill. The arguments went down yesterday morning. So I don't know what the judges are going to do. I have no idea what the court is going to do. I don't think they're going to overturn the sentence. I don't. I mean, I would be shocked if they did. I have no dog in this fight. I just don't see them doing it. And there's a lot of politics that goes into this type of thing, right? Because these people work together. They're co-workers, these federal judges. So in order for me to go in and overturn a decision of one of my good friends, that's a pretty bold move on the behalf of a rapper that has a sexual appetite for kinkiness and freak-offs, and who got himself in this situation, and who I believe will repeat the same thing once he gets out, which is why I gave you a 50-month sentence to get it out your system. Because you got to realize they still feel like he's a threat. Not in those words. Hence is the reason why you didn't get 15 months, you got 50. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come back with. It's going to be, and after that, Diddy, the door just may be closed. And Q Catrice said, and he's been deemed as violent. E Boogie said the sentence is under the guidelines. It's a lot. It's a lot. And that's what we're looking at. I guess, well, here's the thing. Diddy's in a position to fight for his freedom. So I can't say go home, stop. I guess when you want one out, you want out. But if I were Diddy, I would probably focus while focusing on your freedom, what's your plan B? What's your plan B in case these people come back and say, you still owe us 30 more months? Yeah, you've completed 19 of the 50 months, but we still got 30 months to go. Then what? 31 months. Y'all, 31 months is what? We got 12 months in a year. You got 2 more years, 2.5 more years. We're looking at 2028. Question is, what's the difference between, dear Yvette, did you really say that? What's the difference between R. Kelly and Diddy? You tell me. What was R. Kelly accused of? Doing what to children? In one instance, you have children. The other one, you have adult women. I think there's a stark difference, a huge difference. I'm going to let that one ride. I'm going to let that linger. You said, is this why Usher is defending him now? Does he believe he's about to get out soon? Ain't no telling. I don't think I would open my mouth to defend that. I probably, I don't understand Usher's angle, being that he's doing pretty well in his career right now. That one, I probably would have kept to myself. I would have kept to myself if I were Usher. Why would you even muddy up anything that you got going on where you're in concert, you're selling tickets, you still have platform visibility. You just came back from a Beyonce and Jay-Z Oscar party. Why are you talking about Diddy? Why are you even fixing your mouth to get out here? Just be quiet. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. The drugs that Diddy was providing. Yes, listen, I don't do drugs. But I was in the courtroom. They said them was some good drugs. The druggies. The druggies said those were good drugs. Okay? And the drugs, they had to go all the way to Los Angeles. Now, Diddy has access to all of the places in the world. He was in Miami. He had to send the guys and the boys to Los Angeles to get those drugs. So that's it. That's all. What else we got going on today? What we doing? What we doing? What we doing in the weekend? You said the hip hop community is already sweeping Diddy's horrible transgressions under the rug. Some black people give certain people passes. Listen, I don't think people have. I could go down a rabbit hole with that one. I'm not sure that will be the safest route for me this morning, but I could definitely go down a rabbit hole with that one. You get what I'm saying? Should the parents be jailed as well? Absolutely. I think if you give anybody access, don't we call for that? You're talking about R. Kelly. Your question was, what's the difference between R. Kelly and Diddy? There's a difference. Both wrong, morally corrupt, wrong, unjust, disgusting, right? But we're also talking about children. So I don't even think that should be a question if I tell the truth, right? If I'm really talking to you and we're at dinner, I'll be like, did you just say that? First of all, we always prioritize the kids, period, point blank. But not everybody believes that. Not everybody believes that, because there are some people that will break their neck and break their spine to prioritize these men just because they are celebrities and superstars. I don't give a damn about your status. I don't give a damn. Protect the kids at all costs, period, point blank. But, okay. That's it. That's all I got for today. What other questions do we have? Anything else going on before we end this great live this morning? I don't want to hold you too long. So y'all listen, because y'all are quick to cancel Chili for a vote. And these men, these men that did some horrible stuff, and y'all get in line and fight for them. And what's the difference? And this and this and that. And poor Chili, y'all gonna make sure she don't survive. She said she voted for Obama twice. She said she flips and the flops. She voted for Obama, and there's some things with Trump that she can identify for. And y'all want to send her to the town square to face the guillotine. But these men, they get to come home. Some of you say, I'll cook for him. He could come over here. Put your kids in front of him. Poor Chili. Poor Chili. Y'all are canceling Chili. But with R. Kelly, you say he got good music. I'll never stop listening to his music. Okay, girl. Y'all be windmilling for these men. They do. Things that make you go, I'm talking about windmilling for these men folk. So that's all I got today. Renee Baylor says, I am not canceling Chili. Neither am I. She can vote for who she wants to vote for. Her vote has not impacted me, not one way. I mean, I believe in taking in the whole picture. She said she voted for Obama twice, and y'all don't give a damn. Y'all still want to crucify her. Well, that's all we got. So y'all get back to work before them people come looking for y'all. It was nice. It was great. It was a good time over here. And as always, happy Friday to those of you that are tuned in. But back to work we go. Have a great day, everybody.